Hey rats, you ready for a Ratitude check? Because I am. Today, I've been going off of you guys see the titles before you even click on this freaking show. But, in the rat chat, some people have recommended some episodes they would like to see. One was a sister episode. I really want to film with Lauren. I think that'd be so fun. And I do want to talk weddings. I do want to talk weddings with her. But for today, I'm solo again because, and this actually coincides with theater creator industry. It's people's schedules, when you're a creative, trying to collaborate with another creative, holy crap, is it hard? Because everyone's schedules are so difficult and nobody likes leaving their house and nobody wants to work these days. I don't know why. Get your ass up and work. I don't know why everyone doesn't want to work. That's a Kim Kardashian quote for you. Okay. Hey, she has makeup on today and it sounds like she has energy in her voice. What's going on? I know, guys. I know. I've turned a leaf. Honestly, what a dark period I was in. 2024, man. And yes, that's the year I got married, but that was a really hard start to the year. I'm really hopeful for good things at the end of this year. We're halfway through the year. That's exciting. My show comes out soon. The show I'm in comes out soon. It's called The Squeaky Wheel. If you guys want to watch it, it's going to be on AMI if you're in Canada. And the more hype we can get for the show, the better, because I'm really hoping they renew for a season 2. And if they do, I really hope they want to work with me again because I had so much fun on it. And anyway, more on that soon, because obviously when the TV show comes out, we're going to have to talk about it because holy crap, a TV show, that's so crazy. It's the coolest thing I've done so far in this industry. I'll walk you through a bit of theater because obviously what the rats request I like to provide. But I also want to talk pop culture-y things today, life update-y things today, and just chat with the rats as usual. And know that I really appreciate you. I tend to put my thank yous at the end of the episode and I just want to put them at the front because I'm I really love you guys. You guys are actually so cool. The way you support me, you're actually changing my life. I hope you know that. It genuinely changes my life. Every comment, every follow, every share, every little in the rat chat group alone even just helps me because I really appreciate you guys. I cannot do it without you, and so you're just a huge part of my story, so thank you so much. Okay, also if you want to rate and review and the podcast, that'd be so cool. Just because we're doing okay in the charts, and by that I mean we're not, but it's okay with me that we're not, as we talked about. This is for us. This isn't really for fame and glory. It's just for us to chat and to get to know each other, even though you're not on the podcast. It's just me talking. But I try to provide for you big sister chats, and that's what we do here, right? And maybe it'll evolve and maybe it'll get better, which I always say. I think just start. I mean, that goes into today's topic. You just got to start. I talk to so many people. I talk to so many actor friends, so many comedian friends who are how do I start on social media even? And I'm you just start. It's not going to be perfect right away, and you just have to be comfortable with that. And it's okay that it's not perfect right away. No matter what you start, it's okay that it's not perfect right away. I saw this it was in this voice class the other night. I took a voice workshop because I would really like to do voice, a voice acting. Imagine an animation character. Guys, I actually think I'd be so good at it. I think I could play so many girly pops in animation movies, but anyways. I picture me as a little bunny rabbit, girly pop. I think I could do it. But anyways, I was taking a course and the teacher said something because someone was at what point should I get an agent? Because we were all at different levels. I have an agent and I've been doing this for a while, but not everyone in the class was. And the teacher was if I gave you a guitar, at what point would you say, okay, I'm going to do a show? It wouldn't be right away, right? But in order to do the show one day, you got to pick up that guitar. You can't just let that statistic or that fact stop you from picking up the guitar. You got to just pick it up. And that's how I feel about social media. That's how I feel about this podcast. Just start. And one day maybe, you'll be on stage and people will clap for it. But it's just, that's not going to happen day one. And I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with that. I think a lot of people need to remember that we're on a floating rock and nothing matters. You know what I mean? Just start, have fun. If you're not having fun right now, figure out how to have fun right now. I'm going to tell you guys my entire theater history, and I think it's actually going to be funny because I feel the podcast has not been funny lately, and I'm LOL, I thought I was a funny human, but I was depressed. So, there was that. But now we're going to be funny again. We're going to be joyful again. And watch, next week I'm going to be depressed again. But we don't know that right now. Let's just enjoy the fact that we're happy right now. So my love for theater started as a child. I was literally that theater kid. There was nothing, it's crazy to me that we didn't know my whole life that I was going to pursue acting. Because we kind of didn't. I was just quirky. My dad would play these games with me before bed. He'd be show me someone who just got their hair cut. And I would literally improv perform for my dad. And I had this a character called Billy Boggle Boogle. It was like this Scottish old man character that I would do when I was like 5 years old to about like 11 years old, like pretty crazy. And my mom loved it too. My mom always encouraged me to be creative. Like they were just like super supportive of it. And we didn't really know what I was going to go into. And then in like 2007, we found out I could sing because my cousins had this game called Rock Band. And I sang Creep by Radiohead and blew everyone's socks off. And we were like, holy shit, can she sing? And I could, and I can. Okay. You want to hear a taste of it? No, that'd be so cringe and embarrassing. The issue is I find singing cringe and embarrassing, which is too bad. But anyways, we found out I could sing. So my parents put me in a musical theater camp. And then at the end of that camp, they were like, do you want to join our like advanced program? You're so good. And I was like 11 years old and I was like, slay, what the heck? And so like all the signs just kept pointing towards like, yeah, you should pursue this. And I'm not the best in the world, but like the way I've been working on this like theater career, comedy career, creator career is always like, I just read the signs. Actually, that is such a sick ass book. Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey is one of my favorite books. Like if you are down in the dumps right now or you are looking for a book that's like low-key hippie but like inspiring, Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Light, life-changing. But it's kind of how I was working my life. Like I was looking for the green lights and I was looking for red lights. And when it came to this career, I haven't had a red light yet. The past couple months have felt like a yellow light, which has been really scary. But now that the show's coming out, I'm like, all right, maybe this will like help us get more green lights. Like maybe it'll have a good reception. Maybe someone will want to work with me afterwards. So I'm not interpreting any red lights yet. And that's just how I've been doing the gig. You know, like I'm just like, keep going. You're getting green lights. Like just go. It's fine. So in high school, I obviously auditioned to be in the school play. I'm in the school play every year. Finally, in grade 12, I got the lead in the school play. I was like, slay, I'm so talented. And I took theater classes. And then when I was applying for universities, my dad was like, you know what? I think you should pursue this theater thing because my dad, I think in hindsight, like that's what he wishes he had done with his life. So he was really supportive. He was like, I think you should just go do this. I was going to be a lawyer. Whose dad says, don't apply for law school, like don't apply for the law program, why don't you do theater? Slay Jim Efford does that, okay? Slay, okay? Like, that is such a huge slay. And so I went into theater, and I went to theater at Ottawa U, University of Ottawa. It was okay. And then I knew as of third year, I knew I wanted to do my master's in acting. I was like fully confident. I was like, this is going to happen for me. This is absolutely going to happen for me. I was delusional. I was like, by like 21, 22, I'm going to be famous. Like it's going to be happening. I'm going to be booking things. Delusion. But you do need that delusion in order to pursue this career. But anyways, I was like, I'm going to go do my master's in acting. So I went and did that. And I thought, I'm going to go do that in England because I want to live in Europe. And so in third year, I started plotting, okay, I want to audition to go overseas and do my master's there. So I did my own research. I talked to my own professors. I think my parents probably thought, is this crazy? Is she actually going to do this? And I was like, I'm actually going to do this. And I just did it. I went to Montreal. My parents drove me. I remember them picking me up at university. We drove to Montreal. I had an audition to get into East 15 Acting School at like 6:30 p.m. I go to the audition. I had to do 2 monologues. I had a Shakespearean monologue and a regular monologue. I don't remember what I did for the regular monologue, but for my Shakespearean monologue, and I still remember it to this day, you see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand such as I am. Though for myself alone I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much greater. Yet for you I would be troubled 20 times myself. 10 times more fair, 20 times more fair, 20 times more rich. Blah, blah, blah. That's about that. That's the start of the monologue. Honestly, that will rot in my brain forever. Like, you know, in Harry Potter, like her body will lie in the Chamber of Secrets forever. That monologue will rot in my brain forever. But as Slade, I got into the school. When I got that acceptance letter, that was like 2 months later. So I auditioned in February. And in April or whatever, when school was almost, like when university was almost finished, I was in 4th year, I got that email. And my life changed. Like, it was like the coolest thing ever. And I went and did that program, and it was fucking amazing. I had never been worked that hard in my life. It was like a proper conservatory program, which is like scary acting school. Like, not just like acting school. It's like scary, we break you down and build you back up acting school. The kind of acting school where you end up doing like kind of low-key, really cringe and embarrassing shit to become a better actor. For example, some classes, and I hated this class a lot. It was, oh my God. But we would literally like float around the room for 3 hours just to experience what floating might feel like in the body. And I hated it. I was like, shoot me. Because I've never been that kind of actor. Like, there is many types of actors, and some of them are very artsy, and I really respect that. I just can't tap into that. I'm like, at the end of the day, like, I think this is fun. I think this is not that serious. And I like comedy, so there is that. I still like doing drama, but I think everything I do does have that hint of comedy. So like classes like that just like really didn't work. But obviously good experience, and I learned so much. I had physical theater there. I finally got like professional voice training there. I also got professional singing training there, which was crazy. Like, it was fucking amazing. I got Laban training there. Chekhov. We read plays. We did play studies. We did. Oh my God, we did so many plays. We did a residency at Shakespeare's Globe. There was an entire semester on Shakespeare, which I personally do love Shakespeare so freaking much. Oh my God. And yeah, so like that was the schooling. And then I came back, and like a little idiot in love with Zachary, my future husband, I was like, I'll stay in Ottawa for a bit. I won't move to Toronto right away. I regret that. I should have just gone to Toronto, but we had just done long distance for a year. So we were like, I want to be near you. I was so in love, which is super cute. And hey, maybe I like saved, like, we'll never know. Like, maybe like if I had gone to Toronto, maybe we would have broken up and not survived long distance number 2. But I think we would have, which is why I'm quite confident in saying I should have just gone straight to Toronto after my master's. Like, what was I thinking? But I was just like in love, and I didn't want to be away from him because he wasn't ready to move to Toronto yet. And we weren't ready to move in together yet because we were 22, and like we had only been together for like a year, and like we just weren't ready yet, So I stayed in Ottawa with Zach, but I really wish I had just gone to Toronto to start my career. I really regret that. And then when we did move to Toronto finally, it was COVID, which really sucks as well. So it's been a tough trajectory, I will say that. But no regrets. Everything happens for a reason, I guess. I don't know. It's like, I wish I had just gone to Toronto. If I could go back in time, I just would have gone to Toronto. Or when I was in Ottawa, I wish I had just gone to teacher's college or esthetician college to have a plan B that I liked. Because right now, it's stressful. It's stressful. I'm a content creator as a full-time job. That is a really stressful full-time job, as well as doing auditions and stuff. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I know people don't like it when people complain about that, but let's be honest. It's not like I have 1 million followers. I am not rich by any freaking sense of the word. I am hanging on by a toenail, a hangnail. It's like I'm so close to getting a full-time job somewhere else or going back to serving, because my influencing is not that kind of influencing. You know what I mean? Influencing actually made me really uncomfortable. Like, convincing people to buy stuff and shit, like, that actually makes me really fucking uncomfortable, because I just don't think the rats should be spending their money on stuff. But I do like to share what I like and stuff, but it's like this imposter syndrome thing that I struggle with. So anyways, I'm not that great at influencing, but I enjoy, like, entertaining. So I like to think of it that way in my head. But anyways, we moved to Toronto, and then COVID hit. But before COVID hit, I did manage to go to Second City and start improv. And that's when my comedy life was like, oh my God, this is what I should be doing. Because honestly, in all my acting classes, my teachers would give me like a very serious monologue, and they'd be like, can you stop making that funny? And I was like, what do you mean? I cannot stop making it funny. I think things should be less serious. I've always felt this way. And so, because of that, because of pissing off so many directors, I was like, I think I should go into comedy. So I thought maybe I should get some comedy training. So I went to Second City, and that was great. COVID hit. After COVID, I did the con program at Second City, which was like a year long, and it was really difficult. And it was honestly like a horrible year of my life as well. And that was 2023. And 2024 has been off to a rough start as well. It was like 2022, I guess we started. Yeah, 2022 into 2023. And but I got a good agent out of that, and I'm still with them. And then I finished that, and then I booked this sketch show, this comedy show. So I'm like, okay, great. Like, follow the comedy vibes. That's great. And we're here now, and I haven't booked something in a very long time. And we're stressed. We're stressed. Okay, career-wise, finance-wise, stability-wise, we're stressed. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. That's a part of the gig. That's a part of being a creative. That's a part of like owning your own business, being self-employed, blah, 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 blah. It's stressful. It's hard. It's not easy. All right. What? My dream job would be to be like on Dairy Girls. That would be like a definite dream job for me. Or to play like an Eloise in like a Bridgerton. Like, not the one that gets hot and heavy, but the one that's like the quirky sidekick. Like, you know, like those are the roles I kind of like. Or to just be in a straight up comedy, which is like why The Squeaky Wheel is like such a dream. That's the show, by the way. Did I not say the title of the show? The Squeaky Wheel. That's the show I'm in. That's coming out soon. And I'm in one episode, so don't get too excited. I'm only in one episode. But hopefully if they have a season 2, I'm in more than one episode. That'd be so cool. And I just took some awesome acting classes in Toronto. It was at Pro Actors Lab, if that's helpful with anyone, with Jeff Clark. It was amazing. I did 12 weeks of that just a little while ago. I think that's why I'm feeling better about things. I'm like, okay, we're working, we're doing things. Had a call back. Last week, I actually booked a commercial 2 weeks ago, and then I was on hold, and then I got let go, and I was like, fuck. But I had booked it, which was exciting at the time, and then shit can still happen. It's a very, like, up and down career. Also, guys, should I dye my hair? Should I not be a blonde? I feel like, honestly, the blonde it does suit me, but I'm just so tired of my roots. Like, they're coming in so dark. I really hate it. Like, they're really fucking dark. Like, it's just like the upkeep on the blonde is too difficult. And I used that Bridgerton filter the other day, and it gave me brown hair, and I was like, whoa, should I have brown hair? Have you guys heard that hair theory? Like, they can track when a celebrity is about to become a celebrity and like a star and a sensation because of that final thing is like the key look, the key hairstyle. So like Chappell Ronan, the curly red hair, and these big wigs and stuff, like this drag aesthetic, so sick. It's so cool. And now she's like blowing up. Like her look is like so cool. And she was already talented, but something about that look, like when that look channels in with like the coolness frequency that your talent has, then you explode. Who's another good example of that? Emma Stone, not a real redhead, right? Who knows where her career would be if she hadn't like gone and dyed her hair. Jennifer Aniston had the Jen Ann haircut, the Rachel Green haircut, you know? So anyways, and then that's all very interesting. So I just, like, the short hair I think definitely suits me best. I'm really happy with that, but I'm also like, should I dye it? Maybe that'll like finally like make my career pop off. Like, I don't know if I should be like this little blonde. Like, I can definitely play a Bubbles type character if you think of the Powerpuff Girls, but like also I don't know. Anyways, weigh in if you want. Or don't. That's okay too. But yeah, that's kind of the theater world, the theater life. And then content creation was COVID, and I really liked comedy. So I was like, well, I don't want to stop my improv comedy skills. Like, I'll just put them online. And so I did, and I was doing sketches and skits and improv on TikTok, and it just blew up. And now I'm here, and I'm very grateful to be here, but I'm still trying to like navigate it well and navigate it properly. But I think I have a new plan. That's another thing about me. I'm constantly researching. I'm constantly taking notes and brainstorming. Like, if you're a creative person, you need to be like putting it on paper to be able to harness it and like channel it somewhere. And I think you should always be looking and analyzing things. Analyze your own shit. You are never good enough. You are always bad. Like, you know, like, don't think of yourself as bad, but like, don't ever think of yourself as perfect, because there's no perfect. You can always get better. You should always be thinking, training, learning, analyzing to get better, to keep up with audiences. That's kind of the story. I'll tell you some embarrassing stories now in my theater world and influencer life world. Okay, I'll tell you some tea. We'll end on some tea just for fun. So my first kiss, as we know, was because a boy had to kiss me because we were in the play and there was a kiss in the play, and that was my first kiss. So there's that. You could call that embarrassing, or, you know, kind of slay. Like, whatever, however you want to see it. Like, she's a career woman, always has been. Then there was another time in university I got my period while on stage in the middle of a musical performance. It was called something about a truck musical. And we were like, I literally had to whisper to the girl behind me, and I was like, can you check my ass? Because I'm pretty sure like I just got my period. Mid-performance, I whispered this to her because I was like, I need to know. I actually need to know, because I'm on stage and it was like, you know, night 3 of this performance. I really need to know if I'm like free bleeding up on this stage right now. Like, is it okay to do that? Yeah, like, it's natural, but it's like, do I want that to happen to me? Do I want that narrative to follow me around during my university experience? Definitely not, you know? So she looked and she was like, you're good. And then finally at intermission, I went and like sorted out the situation. But that was a stressful situation. And then influencing wise, like, just looking back at some of those earlier videos are like very hard to look at. But they're hard to look at for many reasons, because in some of them I can just see how sick I am. So it's uncomfortable. Like, it's like, ooh, I call it like the bobblehead, but like in some of them, I just like look really sick, like a little bobblehead. And I think that's like a really telltale sign of like illness, typically, is when someone's head starts to look too big for their frail little body. Yeah, like that's sad to reflect on. And then there's just obviously embarrassing stuff that comes along with being an influencer. Honestly, pretty much all of it is kind of embarrassing. But that's why I think you just like really need a good why. Like, I feel like so many people don't have a good why. And so like if you're starting and you're finding it hard to stay consistent, it's likely because your why just isn't strong enough. But yeah, I really love you guys, and I hope you're doing well. I mean, Please, Please, Please is completely stuck in my head. Sabrina Carpenter's makeup is burned into my brain, and the Bridgerton complexion and makeup. So I am waiting for them to drop that shit because I need to know immediately. I also I am lately, like, just as a little catch up, like, my 30th birthday's coming up. Like, I think I've got like 17 weeks, 18 weeks left in my 20s, starting to affect me a little bit. I'm like, fuck, okay. Interesting. Like, I really enjoyed being 20. The 20s are really cute. I don't think 30's bad. Life definitely doesn't end at 30, but like, leaving a decade is pretty weird. It just is. It's like when you leave your teens and you're into your 20s, it's like, holy shit. So I'm starting to feel that a little bit. I'm noticing some changes in my body. I'm like, oh, okay, so we are getting older and the signs of aging are appearing. And I'm just trying to be really net neutral about it, as you know, body neutrality, because it's like, that's beautiful. I'm aging. It's natural. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm actually pretty cool with all of it, but that doesn't mean my brain's also not noting their happenings. So stay tuned for like a new series I kind of want to put up on TikTok about like just tracking my aging and what we're going to do about it. The tretinoin is going really well, by the way. If anyone out there has acne, I'm actually really enjoying my tretinoin journey. It has made my skin happier than it's been in a very long time, and the tretinoin glow is actually pretty awesome. And the under eye bags are actually horrible. If you're watching on YouTube, you probably see them all the time. Right now, I've literally got two. They're stacked upon each other. The chronic illness under eye bags is very upsetting. That's why I like the faux freckles, because I think it just makes them cute. It kind of decorates the eye bag. Which I don't mind as much. And I also am addicted to self-tanning now and waxing. I actually just waxed my cooch this morning, and it does hurt, but I'm getting better at it. So like that was the second time I had to do it, and my brain was much more with it. And by the way, I only do like the bikini. That's maybe too much information. And I waxed my armpits. I really like that. I really like waxing my armpits. But yeah, rats, that's kind of the story on the theater world, the creator world. I've definitely run into some mean creators in my lifetime. There definitely is some weird competition in the creator world. I could definitely tell you guys some secrets if you want. Like, for example, like those events that we get invited to, like some people don't take it well when they're not invited, which is like kind of crazy because it's all just a blessing. I think if you're going to be a creator, you need to stay in the world of like everything we have, see, do, touch, experience is a blessing. So like you're not entitled to anything in this world. But some of them out there are very entitled little whatevers, and some of them, I think I've said this before, but like some of them, if they don't know how many followers you have, won't talk to you. Like some of them literally won't give you the time of the day if you don't impress them with how many followers you have, or if they don't know how many followers you have, which is also like a really fucking crazy experience. Okay. So I don't love going to events, but at the same time, like I'm really trying to network. I'm trying to do the things, because like how does one become a successful influencer? Like I look at Alex Earl, I look at like Jake Shane, like they're so confident and amazing, and they know how to just go work a room. We know I'm a rat, so like that's harder for me. So, like it's all interesting. It's all interesting to study, But anyways, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. Thank you for commenting on things. I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to the person who made the rat before their surgery out of clay. I think that's like the most cute, wonderful thing I've ever heard in my life. Like that is so sick. Okay, I am disgusted with how cute you guys are. I love the rat community so much. We're the best. We really are. And I love you. And I hope this was an okay episode. We're going to try to get Lauren on for the next one. So see how that goes. See if I can lock her down for that. But yeah, love you guys so much. And rats, that's the end of the episode.